Hello everyone, Shroomraver here, and today I'm back on Showdown for another fun shenanigan-filled session in the NU tier. Now, this session is going to be with a team that I used in a post-com a while ago now. I've actually tried to record this session. I believe this is my third attempt, but my computer is what we know in the trade as a dick, and really enjoys turning itself off in the middle of my recordings, which is, you know, just a whole bundle of fun. But it doesn't matter, we're going to try again today with this team that I'm going to get into right about now. There was an offensive core that I really wanted to use, and this is the first member, Roselia, Life Orb Roselia. This is an evolutionary line that often sort of serves the purpose of spikes, stacking, putting things to sleep. You see Evilite Roselia, sort of more bulky Roserade sometimes. I'm a big fan of the Specs Roserade, as are many people, and now I want to try a Life Orb Roselia because that base 100 special attack is nothing to sneeze at. So we've got this this set with Leaf Storm, Giga Drain, Sludge Horn, Extra Sensory, and 4 remaining EVs, which we are going to put into Eeny Meeny Miny Special Defense. As I say, yeah, that's just the basic setup of it. We've gone with as much as possible into special attack because overkill is fun. Woo! Yeah. So next up we have Gantu, Choice Banded Granbull. I've used this before. It's just bulky Choice Band with Intimidate. It makes a nice defensive-ish pivot if you want to go into it, and then into a defensive mon that I have on the rest of the roster. We've got Player Off, Earthquake, Fire Punch, and of course, powerful Choice Banded Focus Punch, because Gantu is a man of the manliest manliness. Defensive core is going to start off with Camerupt, Mega-Camerupt. Does have really nice defensive stats. You often see it with a quiet nature, just going all that offense. I've gone with a specially defensive set with Flamethrower, Earth Power, Will-O-Wisp, and Roar. Flamethrower over Lava Plume, which you normally see on Camerupt, because of course Mega-Camerupt with the sheer force basically means that Flamethrower is exactly the same as Lava Plume, but with 10 more base power. So we've gone with that. To back up Camerupt, we've got Quagsire. Quagsire moved down in the more recent tier shifts to NU, and it's a really nice mon. It gives me that water immunity that I really wanted on the team. We've got a defensive set with Squall's Toxic Amnesia to buff that special defense, and of course, staple on any Quagsire set, Recover. Next up we have Lipard. I'm a huge fan of using Lipard as a scouting set. A lot of these feline Pokemon, Lipard, Persian, Perugly, they do a really good job of being scouts. What Lipard of course has is Prankster, and even though I've only got one move to abuse Prankster with, it works really well. Sucker Punch, Knockoff, U-Turn, and Encore. Really good mon to use against setup sweepers. Sucker Punch will do a lot of damage if they see it coming and go for their setup move, you encore them into it. It can circumnavigate them sort of in that way. Final member is Armaldo. This is a defensive spread with Seismic Toss, Knockoff, Rapid Spin, and Stealth Rock. All very self-explanatory, does what it does. I should say, by the way, today should be Wednesday the 18th of February, which is my birthday. Woo! I'm not actually recording it on my birthday because I'm going to be incredibly busy on my birthday with doing lots of fun activities. So I'm recording this a little bit in advance of all that. Anyway, that's the team. Let's have some battles and see how they do. Okay, we are in against Meme Hurtado. Have fun. He has some real bulk on his side. Mantine and Cryogonal, both very powerfully specially defensive in Pokemon, and Wheezing and Avalog similarly, but with the physical side. Doesn't appear to have too much in the way of physical offense, unless that is a physical Emolga, which does happen. U-turn instead of Volt Switch, Wild Charge. Don't know what I use for Flying Stab, but what are you going to do? Your man says, hola! Hola, Meme Hurtado. Anyway, what are we going to lead with? I'm seeing Prankster Lipard. Sorry, not Prankster Lipard. That one thing. That Meowstick. That's the bastard. He does have a defogger. Granbull. Granbull, I think. Granbull predicting that Meowstick. If it wants to two with me, that's fine. I don't really have any particular need for Granbull to be fast. It's not outspeeding much anyway. Meowstic, you know, can be defensive. I do get that useless attack drop. And you know, I'm just going to go for the play rough. See how much it does. Sort of gauge what kind of Meowstic we're messing with today. Dual screens is popular. T-Wave is equally popular, and of course I'm going to get paralysed, which is unfortunate, but what are you going to do? I've been playing a fair amount of Pokemon today, and there's been a lot of paralysis hacks against me, which is unfortunate. I want to say one of his defensive walls is coming in, so I'm going to go into Camerupt. See if we can't do something about that. Camerupt doesn't fear the T-Wave shenanigans on Meowstic. Psychic is a bit more of a problem. We are going to Mega-Up, and I want to say that Mantine is coming in. What do I have to deal with Mantine? The answer is not a lot. So you know, there's that. I'll go for the flamethrower. You know, I think it is going to be the Mantine to come in, but let's not be over-predicting. Oh no, he's going to stay in. Well, that's fine too. I'm going to do enormous damage to Meowstic. Huge damage on the Meowstic. Let's go for the flamethrower again. You know, Mantine will take this hit if he wants to switch into it. So he's Reflect, T-Wave, Psychic, and what? Light Screen. Yeah, that's fair enough. I don't see much in the way of setup here. Unless that's going to be like Curse Avalugg. But he wouldn't go into Avalugg on a Mega-Camerupt. It'd be insane to do that. Yeah, there's the Mantine. I thought that would be the case. He can defog away my screens, or he can go for the Scald. I'm going to go to Quagsire either way. You know, and if he goes into the Cryogonal on my Quagsire, I'll know it has Freeze Dry. Surf I'm immune to, so that's fine. His Reflector's worn off. I'm going to go for the Toxic. It's all I can do against this Mantine. If he goes into the Wheezing, so be it. I don't really fear it. He drops his own Toxic, which I'm okay with, I guess. What to do here, really? I mean, Air Slash is really all he can do. I'll go into Granbull. Gonna pull the switch into Granbull, because right now I can't really touch the Mantine. He's going to protect, stall himself with Toxic, so you know, there's that too. Do I want to predict Wheezing? Is that what I want to do? I don't know. It's a tricky one. I'll go for the play rough. I'll go for the play rough. He goes for Rain Dance as I miss a play rough. Rain Dance on the Mantine is interesting. Does this thing have hydration? No, it does not. It has Rain Dance, Protect, Toxic, and Surf. So it doesn't have Rest. That's fine. I'll go for play rough again, you know. If he goes into Wheezing now, I'll have to cross that bridge when I come to it. He surfs. That's fine. That's big damage. That's enormous damage. And now he's lost his water immunity. So Quagsire could put in a decent amount of work. He's also lost his resistance to Camerupt, who is still at a fairly decent amount of health. So I think Camerupt can maybe do something. Here's the Wheezing. What do I need this for? Unfortunately, my Amaldo is Battle Arm, not Swift Swim. I'll go for the play rough, you know? Granbull's not really serving me too well at this point. He's going to take me out with the Sludge Bomb. That's fine. I'm okay with it. Can go into Roselia. Can go into Roselia and go for the extra sensory. If he goes into his Cryogonal, then that's okay. I will have to deal with that. But he's going to stay in with the Weezing. That does enormous damage to the Weezing. He has Flamethrower, but in his own rain, that's not going to do a huge amount. I'm actually going to go for the Giga Drain. In case he wants to go into the Cryogonal. Will he, won't he? I don't know. I forget if that Mantine had leftovers. I don't think it did. Yeah, there's the Cryogonal. We're going to get a decent amount of health back with the Giga Drain. I can't really take the risk of not outspeeding this. So, what do we do? You know, Roselia is nice for his 2 physical walls. Going to Armaldo. Going to go into Armaldo, who is not looking amazingly useful this game. He goes for the Protect. Interesting. Tempted to go for the Rocks. But I'm actually not. I'm just going to go for a knockoff. I'm HP invested, so I might be able to take a hit. My special defense isn't fantastic, if we're being honest. He's going to drop a Toxic. I'm going to be able to go for a big old knockoff. Get rid of that Sash. I could go for Star Points with the Rapid Spin kill, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go for the Rocks, is what I'm actually going to do. Because it will break Sturdy on the Avalugg. He goes for Protect. Not today, sir. No, I think not. We're going to go for another knockoff, in case for some reason he switches. He might Rapid Spin. Probably his best play, unless he just wants damage on the Armaldo. I fear I'm quite low ladder. He goes for the Ice Beam, it doesn't take me out. And I get that big game-changing crit knockoff. But now the Rocks are up. That's nice. That breaks Sturdy on Avalugg, as I say. Weezing might actually die on switching, and it will hurt the Emolga. So we're looking good. Quagsire looks like a fairly good bet right now. This Avalugg may have the old Rapid Spin. Gonna knock off, get rid of potential leftovers or Rocky Helmet. Seem to be Avalugg's modus operandi. It is the Rocky Helmet. Yeah, he goes for the Recover, that's okay. And yeah. Just gonna go for Seismic Toss. If he wants to Recover Stormy, that's fine. I am okay with it. Yeah, he does. Oh well, that's fine. Gonna go into Camerupt. If Camerupt's gonna do anything, it's gonna be against the Avalugg. Gonna go for the Flamethrower, which will do enormous damage to Avalugg. It'll certainly take it down to Sturdy. If I outspeed, which I might do. I don't know. I've only got 76 speed, but Avalugg is slow as dirt. Looking at the time, we're coming up to 15 minutes. I might try and keep these videos a bit shorter than something usual. Maybe just go for the 1 battle per video. He outspeeds with the Earthquake. That is unfortunate, but what I'm going to do is actually go into Roselia, go for a Sludge Bomb, because Quagsire, weirdly enough, might be what wins it for me. So, gonna go for the Sludge Bomb. Do huge damage to Avalugg. He can take me out with the Icicle Crash, I guess, and that'll be fine. What's important is I get big damage on it, so that, you You know, probably actually Lipard will come in, deal with the rest of the team. You know. Sludge Bomb doing enormous damage. I get poison. I'll take it. There's the Ice Fang. Fair enough. And he goes down to poison. That is simply lovely. Quagsire gonna come in here and hopefully, as I say, deal with the rest of his team. Unless that Emolga's packing HP grass, or he wants to flinch storm me to death. There's the Weezing, gonna die to the rocks. That's okay. Now Emolga versus the world. Question is, can Emolga do it? What does your speed look like? 335, I outspeed you unless you are choiced. Gonna go for the Scald. Just try and get nice damage on the Emolga. You know? I should be able to take any one hit. I'm not specially defensive, but I'm a Quagsire, and that's an Emolga. They're not enormously powerful. And now we will see what he wants to do with this Emolga. Air Slash, looking for those flinches, gonna get a flinch, which I'm not particularly happy about. Just gonna go for the Scald. Hope he doesn't flinch storm me to death, that would be unfortunate. That's uncool. Deeply so. But, you know, people be what people do. Anyway, Lipard hopefully should be able to take this thing out with a Sucker Punch. I am hopeful of that. Here's the cat. Gonna go for that big old Sucker Punch. And yeah, clean take out the Emolga. GG, buddy. Not a bad game, actually. Team seems to be doing fairly well. That'll do for part 1. I do have a fairly busy weekend coming up, so I'm not sure if this is going to be 5 days in a row of uploads. Depends what I can do with the weekend. But either way, that's going to be it for the first video. See you in the next one.